So Spurs down to 9 for the time that remains, and the referee has put them out of their misery. A terrible, terrible night for Tottenham Hotspur, who were beaten here inside the opening quarter of an hour after a series of epic defensive fails. Antonin Kinski, the young goalkeeper, brought back into the side for his first ever match of the Champions League proper. 2 stumbles from him, both were exploited with Atletico goals, and Mickey van der Ven made a similar error in between times. They scored from that as well. Kinski hooked off, Vicario soon conceded. 4 down inside the first quarter of the game. And Spurs, who knew that history was almost certain to be made here at the Metropolitano, slipped to a club record 6 successive defeat in League and Cup. And they went out in the most miserable manner possible. Yes, they still have a puncher's chance of being able to turn this around next week, but this was an epic defeat, the like of which they have seldom suffered in European football in their history. Does it make Igor Tudor's job untenable after 4 straight defeats and 14 goals conceded? Many would say the answer is a resounding yes. Surely out of Europe, 9 goals left to preserve their Premier League status. Wholesale improvement needed, because this was a night where Tottenham Hotspur were abject, appalling and desperate. They have been beaten here in Madrid by 5 goals to 2, Scott Minto.
And it's just things when they go from bad to worse. Not one in the Premier League this calendar year. Zero manager bounce from Igor Tudor, a guy who hadn't been in English football, and just the toxicity that just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And the hierarchy from a very early stage in this match must be thinking, what do we do? Because they have to be knowing that this team are not only getting knocked out of the Champions League, but the way they're playing and the way others are playing around them in the Premier League, they are heading for relegation, the first time ever in the Premier League. In a way, I do feel for Igor Tudor, but it's not happened. Control the controllables. Something has to change. And I'm not even sure he'll get to the weekend being in charge now. Spurs heading out of the Champions League, and they're heading for relegation.
The 4th successive defeat for Igor Tudor. Will that be the end of his brief Tottenham managerial career? It's not the defeat, it is the manner of the defeat. Spurs fans here tonight in Madrid and right across the capital at home will feel very let down. So much on the line, 10 days to save their season. No sign they're going to be able to do it. Atletico Madrid 5, Tottenham Hotspur 2.